Have you signed any leases other than with Cornell for the bridge building yet?
No, not yet. We are in discussions with a number of different companies, and we've actually really just started our process. Our goal is, it's not a tremendous amount of space actually. It's not a huge building, and it really creates an opportunity for us to collaborate with Cornell and to really try to curate this building to create the most dynamic environment we can for both the businesses that happen to be able to be on campus as well as tech. So we're having a lot of conversations, getting really good feedback, but we haven't executed any leases yet.
So WeWork hasn't signed the lease yet?
They have not signed a lease yet, though.
Do you expect several companies, or
Yes.
20? I mean, 20 or 3?
More than 3.
Less than 20.
Well, on the 20 side, given that we're looking to partner with a co-working type company, that will create a tremendous diversity to have a lot more companies on campus. That would allow that number to be in excess of 20.
Okay.
But in terms of larger companies, it would be less than 20.
Okay.
I know it's probably more south, but are there any plans, because I know the mayor's been pushing ferry service here, to add points where the ferries could hit up the students?
Yeah, actually there is a ferry landing. Thanks for raising that. The city's EDC has been working with REAC and a little bit with us, but mostly with REAC. The ferry landing, as we understand it, will be right here at the eastern pier, the base of the eastern pier of the Roosevelt Island, of the Queensboro Bridge. It's something called the oil dock, which was an oil dock for the old steam plant that's there. So our understanding from talking to EDC and from REAC is that that will be operational by the summer of 2017, which is a coincidence, a happy coincidence. The whole system, not just this stop, the entire system that the mayor proposed to be up and down the East River, and they're working on that.
So which building is that closest to?
Closest to the residential building. It's the only form of public transportation that's going to be on the eastern side. The others are on the western side.
What proportion of the faculty and students that will attend and work at Cornell are expected to live in the residential building?
About 50%. Different faculty from students. Students about 50%. We're expecting that we'll have capacity for roughly 50% of the students on campus. The faculty, we've reserved the top 2 floors of the building for faculty and staff. So a smaller percentage of faculty.
And the rest are on their own?
Yes. The rest have the opportunity to live in other neighborhoods.
What sort of community hubs are you trying to build here? I know you talked a little bit about sort of like bringing in the community. Does that mean, beyond just providing students with various access to like companies and things like that, are you going to be having like sort of open coding classes or sort of other community-based programs?
Yeah, we're looking to, I think the way to activate the campus is to try to touch as many different segments of New York as you possibly can, right? So in the tech community, we're looking to bring on companies, and we're looking to bring on professionals to the hotel, to the executive conference center, to the program, to the bridge, and to the programming. But we're also looking to tie into the Roosevelt Island community from an educational point of view, students as well as elderly, and opportunities. So we're trying to cut across all different segments and bring as many people out as we can. The way to activate a campus like this is to try to bring not just the tech community here, but the broader community. So food, through the cafe, things like that. We have a great asset in public space. We have 7 acres of public space that won't be developed as part of the first phase, and so that's a wonderful asset, not only for the community, but for sort of the larger city for, let's say, art events or other sorts of festivals to be able to host on the campus, to bring people to a tech campus who wouldn't ordinarily be coming to a tech campus.
So the goal is still to like develop the tech talent pool.
Absolutely, and that's our mission.
That's the point.
That's exactly the point, yeah. Sorry, did I not answer the?
No, I just wanted to check, see if things have changed.
No, it's that connection that really is what we're looking for.
So that's 7 acres. How much is the developed part?
About 5 acres.
5 acres?
About 5 and 7.
Yeah, how are you going to be connecting the campus to Long Island City? Because I know that's nearby.
Right. When you say connecting it,
Like, just like, how are you going to be working with the Long Island City community as well, whether it be students or businesses?
yeah, Yeah, I mean, we see Long Island City as a developing neighborhood where there's a lot of opportunity for housing, a lot of opportunity for commercial development that could potentially be tied into the sort of commercial development that we're looking at here, as well as the home to tech companies that we may want to be partnering with and work with. So yeah, we're very interested in how that area develops, and certainly with the ferry, it's going to be a lot easier to connect directly.
And we're hearing a lot of excitement from folks in Queens too, given the proximity, about the opportunity and the potential for what we'll be having on campus.
Has there been any discussion with the Bruce Teitelbaum group that wants to build a pedestrian bridge from Long Island City to Roosevelt Island as part of their development?
Yeah, they presented that to us, and you know, our response is we love the idea of a connection to Long Island City, but it's really in a kind of a skeletal form. We haven't, you know, they asked us if we would commit to very specific issues, and we said no. We really want to see where the community stands on that on both sides of the river. But any additional connections we would probably be supportive of, but they're not necessary in order to have success here.
Can you say how many more people the campus will bring to Roosevelt Island daily or annually?
You know, I can't. I don't want to get it wrong. It's in the EIS.
Okay.
I believe that in the first phase it's about 1,500 people, and in the full build it's about 5,000. But I much prefer to get back to you with that, with details from the EIS.
Okay.
How will Google be continuing its relationship with you guys? I know that they've been a very key part of sort of the beginning of this.
Right. I'm not the right person to talk
Okay,
about.
fair.
Okay, I think everyone, unless there are some final questions, there'll be more time for questions when we head out.
Yeah, let me just say before we go, so just remind people to ask the instruction site. To tell you just a moment about how we're building this campus, there are 4 construction management firms here that you'll see out on the site. Tishman Construction is working directly for Cornell. They're overseeing all of the logistics for the entire site, as well as they're building all of the utilities and the landscape. The second one working is Bar and Bar. They are building the Bloomberg Center. The third is Turner Construction. They're building the bridge building on behalf of Forest City. And the fourth is Monadnock Construction, who are building the residential building. So in addition to being all different buildings with different owners and different architects, it's different contractors building each one of them as well. But Tishman is the overall logistics manager for the site to make sure that everything is coordinated together. You'll see representatives of all of those firms on site. Okay? All right. So